let this be.
Welcome to another episode. Welcome to another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I'm your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, and make sure that you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I continue to bring you that gospel of Gamecocks every single day. Every single day. Follow me on Twitter at Gamecocks Talk. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram at Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. And wherever you may get your podcast, our radio, Spotify, what's other one? Apple Podcasts, all them things. Make sure you find Captain Will. You might not be able to watch my face on YouTube. You might be chilling, trying to sneak and do some work on your job and say, I'm going to listen to Captain Will. So just go to Spotify or Apple Podcasts and click on the button and you'll follow Captain Will. So you're not rocking with the best. Let me say that right there. You're not rocking with the best. There's a lot of podcasts out there and you're choosing to rock with me. So since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. I want to say it's shot o'clock. It's shot o'clock, y'all. It is time to turn up. Now, last night, South Carolina defeated Duke. I can say top 8 team in the country. You know, won by double digits, all right? Now, the game ended after 11 o'clock. Okay. I wasn't going to do no show after 11 o'clock. You know, everybody got to go to bed. So I know my crowd, my crew, you know, got to get up early. So we weren't doing no shot o'clock. And no 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. We weren't doing those things. So there's other people podcasts who's late risers. But right now, it is time to do what we should have did last night, or what we could have done last night, but we're doing it right now. It's shot o'clock. We are celebrating the Gamecock victory over Duke women's basketball team. So I got me some dark rum today, and I got a Vegas shot glass. So get your shot glasses ready. We're going to do a cheers for another victory and turn up for the Gamecocks. Turn up for the Gamecocks and continue this winning streak at the Colonial Life Arena, where they threw about 1 million teddy bears out there. Some of them I got hit upside my head. Yeah, but it was fun and everything was great. So cheers, y'all. Cheers to all Gamecock fans all over the world. Cheers. Woo! I'm still hyped. And I got to do a couple shout outs. I have to do a couple shout outs because, you know, like 15,000 fans, 15,600 fans was at the game last night on a Thursday night. You can't get 15,000 fans on a Thursday night to go to some of these venues. So I be bugging sometimes. I be tripping sometimes. I'm like, okay, so you really want to go to some of these teams and you playing in front of about 2,000 fans. You really want to do that? You really want to do that? You want to go to some of these basketball teams? I ain't going to call them out. But I'm going to call them out. You want to go to some North Carolinas? You want to go to some Arkansas? You want to go to some let me call it some Auburns? You want to go to some of these places? You want to go to some Ole Miss? You want to go to some of these schools? Some of these schools that are not bringing the numbers that Carolina is bringing. You know, 15,600 fans. You got 15,600 fans at a Carolina game on a Thursday. I live in Charlotte. You can't get 15,600 fans for an NBA team, Charlotte Hornets, when they playing the Lakers. You can't do it. South Carolina women's basketball is special. It is special, and it's if you ain't never been, if you don't remember anything the Captain Will say today, you ain't never been to a South Carolina women's basketball game. You need to go. You need to plan your vacation around going to a game. It's an experience. It is special. The energy on that court, the energy. Lord, I almost lost my mind when the isolation play with MiLaysia Fulwiley, and that was closing out the second quarter, and you saw Dawn saying, "Move, move." This is what Dawn said. She said, "Move, y'all, move out the way." We about to go 1993 Michael Jordan. Ooh. You know how I do. Y'all know how I do when I'm at a game. I get lit. I get crazy. And it's just I just stood up because I know it's about to be something special. And as soon as I saw Dawn move everybody out of the way, because it was about 20 seconds. So about 20 seconds left on the court. So you had Ashlyn Jackson trying to guard MiLaysia Fulwiley. Let's talk about that right now. You know that is wrong. That's wrong in the first place. But you got Ashlyn Jackson trying to guard MiLaysia Fulwiley with 20 seconds left, and you just letting her dribble. Oh, we back to the playground. We back to the playgrounds of Columbia, South Carolina. There ain't nothing you can do. And I yelled, and whoever was near me knew. I had Shayma being right behind me, to the left of me. Left of me. And I stood up. I said, you ready to dance? You ready to dance? Because MiLaysia Fulwiley about to make a dance. And what did she do? Ooh. That's the energy you feel at South Carolina Gamecock women's basketball game. I can go through so many plays last night, but it was so special. Just so special. So I want to do a shout out. Got to do a shout out right now. Shout out to Maggie Ray. Maggie Ray, my sister. Shout out to you. And it's awesome. It's so great seeing folks, and Maggie Ray, you're just such a sweet person. Such a sweet person. Shout out to Christine and Christopher, the twins. Like, middle age. It's always cool to see middle-aged twins. Because, like back in the day, there was young twins, but now they're middle-aged twins. But it's so cool. It's so cool. It's just so great. Jordan Glover, my brother. What's up, my guy? What is up? South Carolina game. I left a little bit left in here. Mm-hmm. South Carolina. We've been talking about bad starts and this offense starting slow and things like that. Well, hell, that didn't happen. South Carolina jumped up on Duke like they stole something. This is number 8 team in the country. So we was up 28-12 in the first quarter. Let's say that right there. South Kakalaki scored 28 points in the first quarter against a very good Duke basketball team. Make no mistake about it. Duke is really good. Duke is definitely going to the Sweet 16. Duke probably going to win the ACC. They are really good. I know you're so Capital, Notre Dame, everything. I don't care. Duke put that pressure on you. You're going to make some mistakes. And they are very good. I believe, Carol Lawson got those girls balling. It is something special to watch Duke women's basketball game. Because a lot of times, you look at it, right? You got to look at it. Duke is trying some methods that we do. You know what I'm saying? Pressure defense, good defense, quality outside shooters. They're just not as good as us. That's just what it is. They're just not as good as us. But they did shoot the ball well now. I made no mistake about it. We'll do our analytics piece on the next show. But just thinking about it right now, Duke shot 45% from the field. Let's begin with that. Duke shot 6 for 16 from the three, 38%. But what killed Duke tonight? Was points in the paint. They couldn't get none. Because you know why? They couldn't. Well, I said this right. They could get some points in the paint, but they couldn't do like we did. He had 48 points in the paint. Duke had 34. And you know why we had 48 points in the paint against the Duke women's basketball team? They had 0 negative. If you go negative, less than negative, they had no answer. No answer whatsoever for Chloe Kitts. None. She was taking their lunch money and she was eating in front of them. There was nothing they could do. It was crazy. Dawn went after Chloe every single time. It was unbelievable. I was like, yo, is this the same young lady last year we was complaining about? Last year talking about, oh, Chloe's on the ground too much. Oh, she's falling down. Oh, Chloe got to get stronger. Well, don't tell me that mess no more, because Chloe went to the lab with a pen and the pad, went to the gym with Molly and got big, got stronger. She getting every damn rebound. That is Chloe Kitts. Oh, Carolina on some stuff right now. I just got to say that Carolina on some stuff right now. And offensively, we play well. We play great. Offensively, we play great. 57% for the field against a really good Duke basketball team. 57% of the field sounds really good to me. 5 for 10 from the three-point line. That's 50%, y'all. Everybody, this is that country math I'm talking about. 50% from the field. Free throws. We shot 74% from the free throw line. Okay? 74% from the free throw line for South Carolina is really good. Okay? 13, 14 for 19? Rebounding? Okay. I was surprised about the stat. Because now watching the game and over again, I'm like, okay. They had 33 rebounds. We had 28. So they out-rebounded us, right? But if you out-rebounded us because we shot almost 58% for the field. So when you shoot almost 58% for the field, you're not going to get a whole ton of rebounds. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. But, I mean, assists, they had 18. We had 14. I was a little disappointed in the assist total. And I'm going to do my 3 things went up and 3 things went down later on. But, I mean, Carolina played well. There was some spurts. We got to say that, right? You got to say, yeah, it was a situation where we came out and Dawn did the hockey change. So Dawn, substituted 5 players. And those other 5 players came in and they balled. And then they didn't. Because Duke went on like a 26-11 run or something like that. It was a crazy run. I was like, what in Duke? What are they doing? It was pretty cool. I mean, it is what it is, though. You know what I'm saying? So we responded. If you look at the quarter by quarter, we had 28 points. They had 12. We had 23 points, and they had 19 in the second quarter. Third quarter was even, 17-17. And then the fourth quarter, that's when they had that run towards the end of the third quarter into the fourth quarter, and they had 22 points to 13 points. And then that looks better than what it was, because we was up by 20. And I thought we had a couple of mental laps, and Duke's pressure continuing on because Kara Lawson just constantly going. And they made some shots at the end to make the score a little better, And, at the end of the day, I actually, because I haven't been on my betting tip for a minute, but I got that one last night. We got that one. So our largest lead was up by 25. We ended up winning by 11. Duke was up by 2. I guess that was the first basket. I think it had to be first basket. We drugged Duke. Don't be concerned about the score. We drugged Duke. We did. And I got to take that in context because when you playing really good basketball teams, because we play TCU on Sunday. TCU on Sunday. I'm recording this on Friday. So we play TCU on Sunday, and we gotta strap them back up and go out of there again and perform and do what we do. Because TCU in Texas. Haley Van Lith coming on now, and Salona Prince, and okay, we got to go do what we do. But I ain't worried. And just a few players who just look so pretty out there, just balling out. I already tell you about Chloe Kiss. She just owned one. And I mean, Tina Papao does what Tina Papao does, you know what I mean? And anybody who was watching the game or saw it live and in color at the Colonial Life Arena to see the three-time champions. And also, shout out to Aaliyah Boston, who was there. Had a nice commercial, during one of the timeouts and stuff. And she was showing some spots in Columbia, and she was doing some river rafting. What is that thing you get in I think it's river rafting. But I'm like, damn, I didn't even know we got that in Columbia. I didn't know that. Spent some prominent years in Columbia. I didn't know we had that, but I can't swim, so I wouldn't do it. I'm just saying. It is what it is. But Tina Papao had 11 points and 4 for 7 for the field, 3 for 4 for 3-point. Tina Papao does the most effortless basketball that you want to see. I saw this thing like, who's the best 4 two-way players in the country? And of course, they talk about Juju Watkins, they're talking about Hannah Hidalgo, they talking about blah, 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 blah. So you got Hannah Hidalgo playing 77 minutes against whoever Texas yesterday, and they won in overtime. You got Tina Papao, 25 minutes, 4 for 7 for the field, 3 for 4 from the 3-point line. Sounds really good to me. 1 steal, 1 assist, 2 rebounds, 1 turnover. That's Tina Papao. Finished off with 11 points. She ain't gonna play 45 minutes. Nope. She ain't gonna play. It's not gonna happen. So for Gamecock fans, don't look at Tina Papao to get those crazy numbers that like Juju, who's shooting 25 times a game, like Hannah Hidalgo, who's shooting 30 times a game. You're not going to see that. You're not going to see that. You're going to see some pretty basketball by the South Carolina women's basketball team. That's all you're going to have. Tina Papao played 25 minutes. Chloe played 25 minutes. Sania Feagin. Woo! Sania Feagin did some work last night. She did some work. Sania Feagin is comfortable, and she was just solid. 3 for 3 from the field, 5 for 6 from the free throw line, ended up with 11 points. What was cool with me with Sania Feagin, she had 2 blocks and 2 steals. Sania Feagin is becoming an excellent basketball player. And those are the facts. Joyce Edwards did what Joyce does, played 16 minutes, had a real good conversation with her dad. Shout out to him. Country boys talk to country boys. That's how we do. Wish we had some sweet tea and a little bit of pig feet to go on. We chop it up. But Joyce had 8 points, 3 steals. 8 points, 3 steals. Discuss that a little bit. 8 points, 3 steals. 6 for 3. 3 steals. I got to look it up, but maybe Joyce is leading the team in steals. 2 assists, 2 rebounds, 3 for 4 from the field, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. This is Joyce Edwards. This is going to be a stat line constantly throughout this season. It is so cool. It's so great. And Maddy McDaniel, come on, y'all. Excuse me. Maddy McDaniel, it just keeps making me smile. You cannot be more happier than a player like Maddy McDaniel. She does. Is it wrong to say? Is that out of pocket to say that Maddy McDaniel, Madam Mouse herself, doesn't make any mistakes? I know she makes some mistakes because she can't hit every shot. But the expectation I have for Maddy McDaniel is like the level. Now it's just unreal. 16 minutes of play. Right now she's averaging 17, 18 minutes a game. Okay. Last night she was 3 for 5 in the field. That's 60%. She was shooting 65% from the field going into this basketball game. Maddy had 1 rebound. She only had 1 assist this basketball game. Maddy had 3 steals. You can watch her eyes when she guards a player. I'm here, my wife. Like, babe, she can steal it. Babe, she can steal it. She stole it. And then another time, babe, she can steal it. That time, my wife, kind of hit me upside my head a little bit because I think I tapped her a little too hard. So she kind of clocked me on the side of my jaw. But we was in front of people. So when you're in front of people, she don't hit me as hard, but I still knew what she meant. So that meant don't hit her again. So y'all, fellas, y'all know what I mean. When you tap your wife a little bit too hard and they backhand you on the side of your ear, you're like, okay, all right, let me stop. But she stole the ball. And then she stole the ball again. And she had 0 turnovers. Maddy assist to turnover ratio yesterday, before we played yesterday, Maddy's assist to turnover ratio was 0.4 per game. Less than half a turnover per game. Well, she had 0 turnovers in this basketball game, so that's going to go down. My Marburg and math tell me that's going to go down again. I can't wait to do a piece on Maddy McDaniel and I hope to talk to her again next week. South Florida, it's just certain players you're just so happy for. And when Dawn said, hey, she could have went to anywhere in the country, that's so true. She was a 13th, 14th overall recruit, 2nd-ranked point guard. Could have went anywhere in the country. She chose South Carolina. And then Dawn also said she expounded on certain teams, which we know in this recruiting wars, that certain teams are telling her, telling Maddy, hey, you're not going to play for South Carolina. You won't play until your junior year. Well, that's wrong because she's averaging 17 minutes a game. Well, Joyce Edwards is averaging about 17 minutes a game. Well, if Adhel Tac was fully healthy and back to being how Adhel Tac was her junior year in high school, she'll be getting some minutes as well. And I saw this thing yesterday. And it made me my ears perk up a little bit. I saw with Notre Dame and I saw with Texas. I saw the stats, the box score. And for anybody who's been watching Captain Will for a minute, you know that I wanted Jordan Lee. Jordan Lee was a top 10 recruit to come to South Carolina. Well, she chose Texas. Cool for her. Salute to her. You also know I wanted Justice Carlton. Top 10 recruit, top 12. I think she ended up about top 15 recruit in the class of 2024. Well, she chose Texas as well. So all the hoopla talking about Justice Carlton and Jordan Lee joining Texas women's basketball. And we're going to see Texas down the road. Well, you looked at the game yesterday. Just look at the game yesterday where Notre Dame and Texas played yesterday, went to overtime. And I tried, when I was looking, I said, okay, how much is Jordan Lee play and how much did Justice Carlton play? You got a game in overtime. Now you got teams that are talking about that Maddy McDaniel ain't going to play for South Carolina to her junior year. Well, Justice and Jordan in overtime, in the women's basketball game is it's 45 minutes. Justice Carlton played 4 minutes. 5-star recruit, top 10. Let's say top 10. Jordan Lee played 3 minutes in that basketball game. 2 top 10 recruits. You got other teams talking about that Maddy ain't gonna play. Okay. You got MiLaysia Fulwiley, who is Michigan's #1 scorer, transferred to Texas. In an overtime game last night, she played 15 minutes. You think that she wouldn't be balling out with that new Michigan squad? You think it's some choices that's being made right now? Like, yo, I could stay. I could have stayed. I was a leading scorer. And Michigan's a really good basketball team. I don't know what's in Justice Carlton's mind or Jordan Lee, but they doing a whole lot of watching from Texas sideline. While Maddy is becoming her, while Joyce is becoming her. And then just to close this thing out, watching Notre Dame beat Texas in overtime, right? But make no mistake about it, Notre Dame. We might see y'all in the tournament. Captain Will might see some of y'all. But you ain't going to beat South Carolina by playing 5.5 players. That ain't going to happen. That narrative is not going to happen. You had Hannah Hidalgo play the whole game. Play 45 minutes against South Carolina. I don't care who you are. Play 45 minutes with Carolina. You will get tired. And she did. She had 5 turnovers. Olivia Miles, she played 41 minutes. Do that against Carolina. You will get tired. She had 6 turnovers. Those are your 2 best guards. Those are Hannah Hidalgo is setting records and doing all these. You cannot beat Carolina with 5.5 players. Because I say 5.5 because Prosper was the only one who got in the ball game who was on the bench, and she had 16 minutes. Ain't gonna happen. And I can go through 45 minutes. Citron played 43 minutes. Cabal played 35 minutes. All these players. Oh, yeah. Carolina's reloaded. We back. We doing this thing. Good luck. This concludes another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I am your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, and make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I continue to bring you that gospel of Gamecocks every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are now rocking with the best. And since you are rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. Let's go. Let's go.